guys, this is Gus G and you're watching Guitar Gear Guy. Thank you for tuning in.
Is this a guitar with an identity crisis, or is it a culmination of classic looks with modern features? Hello everyone, how are you? This is yours truly, Triple G, coming at you once again. And today I have a guitar which I actually unboxed last year. It's been a while since I actually had this guitar, but lately I've been on this kick of guitars with a telly body shape. So I have one over here. I have another one over there somewhere. I don't know, is it because I'm getting older and I tend to dig something a bit more classical looking? I don't know. All right, so this guitar here is something that is not like a super well known, right? I mean, when you talk about guitars, you talk about Jacksons and Gibsons and Fenders and Ibanez's and, you know, Schecters and, you know, Gretschys and, you know, all the names that you're familiar with. So Jericho guitar isn't something that I'm super familiar with. I actually don't know much about them to be able to share with you today. But if you haven't checked out my unboxing video of this guitar, I'll link it right here. As far as this guitar here, let's go ahead and talk about that in detail. So the guitar body is 100% made out of walnut, and the neck is a 3-piece mahogany, and the fretboard is ebony fretboard with block inlay. And earlier I said guitar with a possible identity crisis, and that's because it has a body shape of telly, control layout of Les Pauls, 2 humbuckers, and tuners that's not inline 6, it's 3 and 3. So this guitar definitely has a bit of a identity crisis, right? What is it trying to be? But if you really take a good look at it, it really is the culmination of all the good things that modern guitars would need. So it has a good, solid body. So this guitar is super heavy. Doesn't have the beveled arm contour here for comfort. And the neck is pretty dang chunky, if I may say. And the locking tuners will obviously make your string change days just a breeze. But the highlight also is this Evertune bridge, which I'm sure you're familiar with one by now. Once you set the guitar in tune, it takes a lot to get that string out of tune. There's a lot of spring mechanisms inside. It's all mechanical. There's nothing fancy going on, but it is very science and physics and all that good jazz. So it works really well in terms of keeping the guitar in tune. Right out of the box, the guitar comes with a JB and 59, but with the black covers on, which I don't think I've ever seen before. And then the tone knobs also have push-pull coil tap. So you have wealth of modern day features in a very classic looking guitar. And then unlike a traditional Tele, this also is a neck through construction, not a bolt-on right here. And with the careful carving of the joint here, your upper fret access is, relatively easy. Let's talk about the neck a little bit. The fretboard radius is 17 inches, and the guitar features 22 medium jumbo frets. And what is also somewhat unique about this guitar is its scale length. So if you're familiar with Fenders run 25.5 inch scale length. Gibson's run 24.75 inch scale length. This thing runs 25.75 inches scale length. So I don't think I've ever actually seen a guitar or even owned one with that scale length. So that's kind of unique. And I don't know if it's because of that or it's because I mind playing tricks, as I'm just playing it just because I know about it. It seems slinky and it feels pretty comfortable, must say. And furthermore, on the back side, something that's a little bit weird. By the way, to put the Evertune bridge, they have to carve out a huge chunk of mass from the body. So I think the body being heavy with the walnut may be adding to the tone of the guitar. If you see the switch cavity and the control cavity, they carved out so that the covers will sit flush with the body, whereas right here, this main cover sits above the body's level. So wonder why they did that. If they were gonna carve out so the covers will sit flush on these cavities, not sure why they didn't do that here. So that's kind of the just on this guitar here. I really actually like it. One of the things that I am a little bit concerned about is, even though I love it a lot, there may be a time that comes where I might want to sell it. I don't know what kind of a resale value it's going to hold, because once a guitar's maker is too boutique-ish, or you have customized guitar too much where it falls slightly outside of what people would be looking for, then the resale value takes a hit because there's just not enough demand out there. So I don't know. The guitar's value proposition at $1,000, I think it's a great value. I don't know whether this guitar is import or made in US. It does not indicate any of that on the back of the guitar here. If it's a US made, great, I could see why. If it's an import, I would say that this is just really well put together. So that said, I mean, the guitar is heavy, it's chunky, so if that chunky neck, if that's your sort of thing, then this guitar would hit home run for you. And with the classic tone from the JB and 59 combination with the bevy of features that you would find from guitar, from 2019, 2018, whatever. It's I believe it's a great guitar, and for $999 you could do a whole lot worse than this guitar. So if this sort of thing tickles your fancy, then there you go. All right, so that was a pretty short episode. Don't have a whole lot to say today, so we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. And I see my camera is running out of battery, which is why I'm trying to rush through this here. All right, so that's it. And I'm working on a couple of things. I don't know if you could see it over here, but I'm working on a few things. I'll hopefully come see you again very, very soon. All right, I've been Triple G. You've been awesome. Thank you for your time watching, and catch you guys later. Be good humans.